afternoon and good evening. It's Aladale Fell here for another Rainbow review. So I watched the Rogue Cut version of X-Men Days of Future Past, and I apologise for the image because it's the only one I could find. I tried editing a few to make them look better, but as soon as I blew them up, this is how they looked. So yeah, we're stuck with this one, I'm afraid. Differences between the Rogue Cut and the theatrical version. Extra scenes, the usual routine really. The extra scenes, you've got more scenes with Rogue in it, which is never a bad thing. Yeah, it's okay. It's not the greatest of X-Men movies, but to be honest with you, a lot of that has to do with the way that Fox dealt with the X-Men. Now that the X-Men are back with the MCU, that's a big thing because MCU actually know how to deal with some of their heroines. Fox, on the other hand, don't. And a classic example of that is Storm, and her impact in this movie is negligible. Whereas in the first movie, she was like kick-ass. In this one, it's kind of like she was ass-kicked. It's well acted with the people that are in it. There were a few acting choices I would have probably had a look at other actors first. I'm a firm believer that a role should be given to a person who can do the part, rather than oh, you look this way, let's give you the part. Oh, you look this way, let's give you the part. It should be a case of you are really good at this role, you get it. So yeah, few acting choices I would have probably had a look more closely into. Overall though, it's an okay movie. It's got the action that we expect from an X-Men movie. It's got the writing that we expect from an X-Men movie. I am looking forward to the MCU redoing the X-Men. I don't know how they're going to do that and introduce them into the MCU, but I'm all for it. I really am. I'm a big fan of the animated series, especially like the 90s animated series. And my biggest disappointment with this movie is the Sentinels. The Sentinels to me have a specific look. They just don't have them on this. And I completely understand that at the beginning of the movie it's in the future, so the Sentinels have evolved. I get that. 100%. Yeah. However, when they go back in time to when the Sentinels are first created, they look nothing like the animated series. I say they look nothing like. There are not enough similarities for you to be able to instantly look at them and go, that's a Sentinel. So that was one of my biggest disappointments with this movie. Silly, I know, but hey, it's who I am. Silly. Yeah, so that was. Days of Future Past is okay. I preferred some of the earlier ones, like the very first X-Men movie. Absolutely perfect. Love the interaction between Storm and Toad. It was the X-Men movie for me. It just felt like they were trying to drag on the franchise to get as much cash as they could at this point. Still give it a watch, especially if you've watched any of the others. I'm a firm believer that watch it for yourself, because as much as I feel this way about this, you might have a completely different thought about it, and feel free to comment down below to let me know how you feel about this movie. Yeah, that's it really. I don't know what movie I'm going to be doing next week, because we have got our house being rewired this week. So I don't know when I'm going to be available to do anything at all, or if we're going to have power for me to be able to do anything. But yeah, I want to do Merlin, the Sam Neill version, because I'm a big fan of that movie. But I don't know if my other half can actually sit through that much film. He's not great at long movies unless it's something that's gonna grab his attention. But we'll see. If you've got any ideas, pop them in the comments and I will have a look at it, give it a review, and yeah, we can see where we go from there. But in the meantime, stay safe and enjoy watching television, watching movies, whilst we've got the end of this lockdown, which will hopefully end soon. But stay safe.